Hello, wellness enthusiasts. I came across a post on social media one day. Somebody wrote, if you want to live healthily, avoid three white things: salt, sugar, and white rice. Of course, I know avoiding white rice in this part of the world is not going to be easy, but people have substituted sugar with honey. Instead of taking sugar, sometimes people now rush to honey. But you see, personally, I don't even take honey. Yes, you heard me right. Why is it I'm avoiding honey? Because the only thing I believe is real in the honey we take now is the name. And if it's possible for them to change that name, honey, they would have changed it, but it's not possible. So every other thing inside those containers you're seeing in the supermarkets, I don't know what they are. So in this video, I'm going to introduce another sweetener, something you know, but you don't know you can actually use it to, run away from white sugar and fake honey, okay? But I use it personally in my house. I use it for a lot of things. And in this video, I'm going to introduce it to you, how I prepare it and how I preserve it. Like I said in my former video, you just have to be afraid of everything made that was not made by you. Before you ingest anything made that was not made by you, just be scared of it, okay? Since I discovered this natural sweetener, whenever I now go towards the honey section of any supermarket, I just move so fast. You'll be wondering what's chasing her, like what is she running away from, or what is she afraid of? Yes, I'm running away from those finely labeled containers with the name honey, because I really don't know what it is inside there that I didn't make it. I don't know. I can't even say they are authentic. Am I not looking for something to sweeten my tea, my food, or whatever? I have it naturally and it is made by me, so I know what it contains. So the question now I know you are asking, or you're just wanting to hear, is what is this natural sweetener that Glory is preparing for herself or by herself? Okay, yes, I'm talking about using dates instead of honey. Yes, I know you already know what date is all about, but I prepare it myself. That's the most important thing. I'm the one that prepared the one I use. I've often seen people saying they are selling date syrup and everything, but no, this I have to do it myself. Remember, your health is your real wealth, and intentional eating, like whatever goes into your mouth, if you can be sure of what it is, you have avoided more percentage risk of catching up any health condition. So before we jump right into the preparation, I want you to make sure you've subscribed to this channel. Remember, we are all about our health, your health, my health. Let's also make sure, even as we're chasing money, we are pursuing our health as well. Smash the notification button so that anytime we drop a video, you'll be the first to watch. And don't forget to share. Even if you know these things, there are some people out there who don't know what we are talking about and they need it, so you could be saving a life. Before we prepare this, our own natural sweetener, should we say Glodikany natural sweetener, our own style in our own Glodikany kitchen, I want to let you know some of the benefits of date. You're not just using this as a sweetener. There are some benefits you will get by using it. Like, it's going to sweeten your food or your beverages or your juice and everything. You can use it in so many things, but there are also some things you are going to gain from it. And according to Harvard Health, dried fruits like dates are powerhouses of fiber, antioxidants, potassium, and essential nutrients, unlike refined sugar, which is why we are actually avoiding refined sugar. Now, being a natural sweetener and a very good substitute for sugar, experts recommend it because it has its own natural sugars like glucose and fructose, making them a healthier alternative to these refined sugar and artificial sweeteners like the fake honeys you see in the market. So you can also get this fiber from dates and get so many minerals, and it will also act as an antioxidant in your body. Now, when you talk about dates having fiber or providing fiber in your body, fiber helps with digestion and it prevents constipation and supports your gut health. You know the importance of gut health because your gut is where all those millions of bacteria live that extract good nutrients from the food you consume, making your body function properly. So dates also support gut health. It makes your gut healthy. It helps you in digestion and helps you avoid constipation. Apart from that, date is packed with nutrients. It has potassium, magnesium, iron, vitamin B, C, and copper also. And all these nutrients, according to experts, support heart health, energy production, and improve your brain function. When you talk about dates being an antioxidant, it means that it contains some components like you said flavonoids, carotenoids, and phenolic acid, which fights inflammation, protects cells from damaging, and lowers your risk of chronic diseases. Another good thing about date, it helps you manage blood sugar if you take it in moderation. It has a low to medium glycemic index. It doesn't spike your blood sugar as this white refined sugar does. All you have to do is make sure the portion you are taking is not that much, only if you are a diabetic patient already. One other thing you don't want to lose in using this sweetener is that it has calorie and it curbs your sugar cravings, reduces your junk food consumption. You know, when you crave sugar, when you are stressed, actually your body will be craving for all these sugary foods that are very bad in weight management. But if you use date, it will curb this craving, especially when you are under chronic stress. So now that we've seen all the benefits of dates, we are not just using it as a sweetener. Like when you are taking it with your spoon and adding it to your beverage, you're not just saying, okay, let me just use it and make this my beverage or my tea or my whatever, even pap, to be sweet. You are also adding some good minerals, fiber in your own food, which is so important, especially that fiber content in dates. It helps your bowels, it helps your digestive system, and it improves gut health. Now we have heard all about the importance of date. Let's now go to Glodikany kitchen. Let me show you how I prepare my own. You don't need to buy the one another person has made. Buy your own seed and prepare it yourself and preserve it. Okay, so let's prepare this date together. This is my own way of preparing it. I just bought this quantity. Okay, you can buy as many as you want from the markets, like you saw me do. You can buy the quantity you want, depending on how long you want to keep it. Yes, it can stay for a very long time if you preserve it well. But before I start the process, I want to now check if there are some that have, decayed, or the ones that have gone bad since I bought it, because even where they are selling it, you see a lot of the seeds bad. So I'm going to be selecting this. I'll select it. This is still good. I know you're wondering, why did I run away from honey and sugar? Of course, I know you understand the sugar one, because everybody knows it's not really good for your health. But when it comes to honey, I have my own personal experience with real honey. There are a lot of things they will tell you about how to test real honey. You buy it, you use fire, you drop it, you do a lot of things. Well, I've not really been interested in trying all those things out, so I just decided to avoid it. Because the last time I bought honey, real one, from the man in my village who actually runs a small bee farm, the test then and what I'm testing now, it's not the same at all. I mean, you buy honey now, it's so sweet, like I don't know. But then that honey I bought from that man, that was 8 years ago, because I was pregnant with my first daughter, and I traveled to the village and I went to him and said, "Day, I need honey," because I know he's popular in my village, or he was popular, God bless his soul. He's no longer with us. If he was still alive, I would have gone to him to buy original honey and maybe sell it because I would have known where that one is coming from. But since I don't know where these ones they are selling, where these ones are coming from, I don't trust them. I'm not the only person saying it. If you watch BBC, they really did a very long, eye-opening documentary about the thickness of honey in the market. And if you check it, I read the comments, and one man was saying something. He said, "I produce honey from my small bee farm." But I could not believe my ears, or I could not believe the stress I had to pass through to convince someone that my honey is real, because to the person, the honey was not as sweet as the one she buys out of the supermarket counter. So to her, it was not the real honey. The man said He had a very, very hard time convincing that lady that this one is actually the original one. It's not as sweet as that one she used to buy from her supermarket. In fact, according to him, it was a bat. I can understand, because the one I told you I bought 8 years ago, it was not as sugary as the one we are seeing now. And let me tell you, even at that time, how many years back, it was so expensive. When I told the man, I said, this is too expensive. He told me, he said, my daughter, this thing is original honey. And you know, I don't produce it in large quantities. It's just like this. It comes out. If you place your order, I will gather it for you. And believe me, he didn't have it in reserve. Like, I told him a week, because I came back to the village and I informed him. So he gave me time. It was almost a week before I heard back from him that I can now get a bottle, and it was so expensive. I complained about it actually, and he told me it was original honey and he doesn't have it in large quantities. So you now can get why I say I don't buy honey, because the reason I believe that it's still original in honey is the name. Yeah, they've not changed it. Changing it would be ridiculous, don't you think so? I've selected my dates. I'm going to throw these ones out. If it's something you're making for yourself, you can be selective. But when somebody else makes it for you, you don't really have a choice. No matter what they add there, you're going to be consuming it. And unfortunately, whatever it is or it was they added could be really, really detrimental to your health. So this one I'm making it, I just have to be careful. I don't need these ones. I'm going to throw them away. So now we have opened it. We are now going to go to the next step. Okay, so after selecting, I don't want to wash it yet because this thing can be very soft. So I'm going to just be opening it to remove the seed inside. This is where the work is actually. There's a seed inside. So you open it and then you remove the seed, all of them. Yeah, this is the seed. I mean, you don't want to grind this now, so you have to remove the seed. This is where the work is. You have to do some work to achieve what you want. Since you want to eat healthily, don't be afraid to do the work and don't be afraid to spend the money, because remember, it's your health. So all these seeds, we are going to open them all and then remove them. Like I said earlier, as you can see, it's almost done. This is where the work is. And there is a reason I am not softening it before removing the seed, because by the time water touches this, it melts so fast. So if you don't do this, you don't peel it or open it dry and take your time to wash it, you may add a lot of all these dirt inside, because everything is used, both the skin, you're not peeling anything, but it gets so soft easily when exposed to water. So you just have to bear it and do it this way. Since you are not mass producing it, it's what you're going to use in your home, your children and yourself. So you just have to be patient and make sure you remove all the seed and all the dirt that may be inside, because this is sweet, so it attracts ants. Okay, so if you keep it where ants will get into it, you really need to take your time to make sure you clean the inside very well before washing. Don't forget, once water touches it, it starts melting. So if it's melting, there's no way you can wash off all the dirt or clean off all the dirt inside. You just need it to be this clean. Okay, so now we are going to wash it first with cold water. Now after washing it with cold water, I am going to soak it a little with hot water. The reason is so that it will melt faster for the purpose of this video. If you really have time, you can just use cold water and soak it and allow it to get soft before you go into the next step. But this one, I'm going to use a little hot water to soak it so that it will melt faster for me. That is after washing it with my cold water. Please, while washing this, you have to really be fast. As you can see, the water is already changing color. If you taste this water, it's very sweet. That's how dates is. So you just have to be very fast. Okay, Okay, this water is very hot. I don't really need a very hot water. I just need it to be warm. So I'm going to add just to cool it down a little. And remember, we are going to use this in our blender. We don't want it to be so watery. So I'm not going to put too much water here. I've already added cold water, so it's not that hot anymore. I just want to soak the dates a bit. And I'm not going to pour this water away, because soaking it in this water means the sweetness of the date is already entering the water. So it's going to be part of it. I will leave it for some time, just for the skin to get softer to enter the blender. So we'll soak it for some time, then we go to the next process. Okay, so we've soaked the date for some time, and the water is sugary already. Now, we are not going to pour this water at all, because the sugar is already inside it, and we need it also to blend the dates. I wouldn't want it to be too thick. So I'm going to use my semi-industrial blender. Yeah, it's not the normal blender. I use it for a lot of herbs. So this is the one I can use for this thing, because I want it to be, I want to turn it into a puree, something so smooth. So now I'm going to blend it. Don't forget, this quantity is because of this video. If I want to prepare it for my kids to use for some time, I buy more than this quantity. As you can see, it's too thick. I'm going to add a little water to this. I don't want it to come out this way, but if you want it to be this thick, you can keep blending it until it gets smooth. But I don't like it this way. I want it to be lighter. I don't want it to be this thick, so I'll add a little water to it. Okay, I've completed my blending. Now this is how it came out. Please bear this in mind. This blender is a semi-industrial blender. Like, the power is higher than most of the blenders we use in our kitchens. So if you don't have this type of my blender, you want to make this sweetener, please soak your dates for a long time. You can soak it in the morning and then blend it later with your normal blender, so that the back, everything would have gone very, very soft. You don't need to get the residue, especially if the dates was very strong when you bought it. So make sure you soak it for a long time. Everything will become soft. Then you can use your normal blender. Don't go and leave it strong and then you blend it, unless you have a very powerful blender, even more powerful than this, or something like this too, so that I can blend all the back, no matter how strong it is. Now this is our own natural sweetener. You will store it in your refrigerator, and believe me, it doesn't spoil easily. You can use it as long as you want.